It's story time!
Story time. What are we talking about today? What are we talking about?
Our first lab, right?
Our first lab.
First lab.
So, years ago, I was supposed to have a job in New Jersey.
No, it was before that. Concrete countertops was our first lab.
So, years ago, I was still working for a big business.
Yep. Working for the man.
Well, there was women there too.
Well, you know, like,
A lot of great women too. It was sexist.
you're gonna get slugged. Yeah, pretty quick.
So years ago, I was working for a company called Lafarge, and I wanted to try and create something for myself. And
We did.
we did. And Whitney was, dude. So we created B&B Premier Concrete, where we specialized in concrete countertops. And it wasn't really a countertops, but really play with concrete formulas.
Right.
For countertops. We even taught classes.
Was it John Hand University?
John Hand Theater.
Theater.
It was
in
Colorado
Denver, in Lowry.
Free University.
Colorado Free University.
Where I taught people how to make concrete countertops, and more often than not, I spent the majority of the class on the hydration concepts.
A little overly technical.
Way
Do
like.
you remember you had Dustin and I prepping for one of our classes, and I like mixed the sand and the rock, and you got so pissed.
I
Like
always
you
got
came
pissed.
unglued.
Always.
Unglued. Like
Always.
just. He had to go to work. He's like, all right, you have to prep for class. I did it wrong.
Get it wrong.
It was a tragic day.
Tragic day.
Funny
Anyway.
enough, the mix still turned out fine. What do you know?
Did it?
Oh, it did. It was fine. The freaking stepping stones that we were making, like.
But at least we know how to make stepping
It was not
stones.
structural concrete. It's not like it was a bridge. Verrazano Bridge or something. They were stepping
It's the
stones.
Verrazano Narrows Bridge.
Whatever.
Thank you.
Anyways,
So.
so the first lab,
First lab was a garage,
detached garage, in
detached garage in the apartment community
where I worked.
where we didn't have any electrical outlets, so we actually had to screw an electrical outlet into the light outlet,
Yes.
and that allowed us to have two things. A heater,
Right.
which Whitney stood in front of the entire
It
time,
was winter. It was horrible.
and
So
a
cold.
Cushland mixer that we bought overpriced from Home Depot.
For
like-
$600.
No.
It was 600. I swear to you.
Shut up.
I remember these things.
That
Overpaid.
mixer wasn't worth like $100.
Yeah. You were
It
like,
was-
this
yeah.
is such a great deal. I think you were excited about
I was just
getting
excited
a
to get
mixer.
that first mixer. It was one of those wheelbarrow plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a table in the back that I would weigh things up on.
Yep.
Then we had a field scale
Right?
that was thrown out that I managed to wire back together. And then in the corner we had a ridiculous amount of buckets. Like I had towers. Like
Yeah.
why? I have a fascination with buckets.
And why? And we didn't use the buckets to throw out the concrete. We found these boxes,
We used cardboard boxes.
like Eric, soggy boxes.
We took these boxes, we chopped them up, and we re-taped them together into like a 10-inch tall trough.
just to spill out the extra
Just
concrete.
spill out the extra concrete.
To harden up, and then how the heck do you schlep that into a dumpster?
I know I did it. I got it into the dumpster,
I think
but
we had somebody help us.
no, there was
It
nobody.
you?
It was in the middle of the night, in the middle of this apartment community, and we were
I
like,
think we just dragged it into the dumpster
dragged it.
area. I
I
don't think
threw it into
you
the
got
dumpster.
it in
Yeah,
the
'cause I
dumpster.
didn't want you. Whitney worked at this apartment community.
I was the manager.
She was the manager, so to a degree she would have gotten in trouble.
Sure.
So yeah, I tossed it in there. I think I just kind of broke it up and threw it in piece by piece. It was stupid.
Yeah.
It was stupid. But that started our tradition of turning garages
Mhm.
and then turning retired naval tanks into concrete labs. And
Yeah.
Whitney and I are known for taking something which couldn't have been a lab and turning it into an environmental controlled laboratory that can satisfy an ASTM-C 1708
1077.
1077. Let's screw that up.
You've got 1709 in your head right now.
certified laboratory. And we're really good at that
Yeah.
because we took some of the worst. Can we talk about the one at Mom and Dad's?
Sure.
It's my favorite.
That was our second
It was our
lab.
Second lab. It was our second lab, and we had decided that we weren't going to do the concrete countertop business anymore. Do you remember that first sign that we did for the concrete countertop business?
You did it backwards. We didn't do a mirror. So we decided, because we were doing these classes for Colorado Free University, so he was going to make a John Hand Theater sign, and he didn't do a mirror image, so when he cut it out and we actually made the sign.
It was a beautiful sign
really
with
cool.
embossed letters and
It was
embossed
really
outline,
fancy.
different colors.
Did we ever give that to them or no?
No, because it was facing the wrong way.
We needed a mirror to see it the right way. So it was a cool idea though.
Cool idea. What are we doing?
We're talking about our
Mom and
early
Dad.
lives. Yes.
So we decided we were going to start our own business. This was the height of the recession.
Yes.
And I had just, it was like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. I was heading out the door. We were talking about building a family and how to get a job. So I was going to Target because they had those kiosks where you didn't actually have to talk to anybody. You just fill out the application. I was
You know, at
embarrassed.
Target, you would have to talk to people.
No. I mean to sign up for a job.
Sure.
So I was going to go to the kiosk and sign up for a job at Walmart to stock shelves because just lost my job at the engineering firm, like didn't even have a job at the
Right.
engineering firm. And then the company that was paying for me to get my PhD, they backed out the last minute. There really was no money for me at the university at that point.
Right.
So we had nothing, and we had to pay mom and dad for rent. So I'm putting on clothes. Whitney's like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "Target to go get a job," and she said,
Why don't we try to have you go talk and get paid?
and I said, "Baby, ain't nobody's gonna ever pay me to talk about concrete."
Took a while.
And Whitney said,
Yes, they will.
she told me not to worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
We'll
Let's
figure
start
it
the
out.
conversation. So anyway, we decided to run this company. We actually ended up getting our first client, which is a story for another
Right.
day. But we needed a laboratory, and we made dinner for mom and dad. Yeah, it was at the house.
Yeah.
So we made dinner for mom and dad, and we're sitting there, and we said
Can we use just like a quarter of your garage?
it was like 2/3
No, it
of
wasn't.
half of the garage.
2/3 of half of the garage.
The whole
Half.
freaking house. So dad looks at mom and says, "Pearl, they're gonna end up using the whole house."
And we did.
And we did, but we ended up getting dad built an office
Right?
so that he would have his own enclosed area, and then we had 2/3 of the rest of the garage. And what we ended up doing was having one of our buddies open up or build a bench with 2 shelves on it that were reinforced for us to put all the materials. Then we had the brake machine, and then we had chemical storage. Then we had this whole open area where we put tarps,
Right.
and that's where our mix-up weigh-up station was. And I had my grandmother's old liquor cart for
Right.
where we would weigh up chemicals and keep them in the rags and the cleanup station. And we did this 3-bucket method, which we actually have a registered trademark on, the 3-bucket grout waste system.
Yeah.
That we used because we didn't have a way to get to municipal or a concrete waste
Right.
basin, so we had to use buckets. And then we had heaters heating that whole garage, like 3 space heaters, hitting our tanks,
Oh, gosh.
just
Well, we had tank heaters.
tank heaters, but we still
Right.
had heaters sitting throughout. You had no way to insulate it. So in the winter, we had to take the samples and put them on mom's washer and dryer and her dining room table.
Until they went in the temperature controlled water bath and
Those first few,
did not go well.
that first year,
Yeah,
that first lab, it was awesome.
yeah, it was. So we are wrapping up. Thank you so much for joining us for story time today. Go Concrete!
Don't forget to like and subscribe. How do you say that? Like and subscribe?
Yeah.
We do that every time.
Do? Don't like and subscribe. No, do!
Oh gosh.
Don't.
Go Concrete!
Beat asphalt!